Welcome back to the 76 Capital Sports Leadership Show. My name is Wayne Kimmel, managing partner of 76 Capital, the sports tech venture capital company. And I am so excited about today's show. And as you know, on this show, I interview top sports entrepreneurs, executives, and athletes who are truly shaping and many times changing the overall sports business industry. And this guest is certainly doing that. And he's back on our show, and I'm so excited to have Dylan Robbins, the CEO of Lucra Sports, on our show today. We've been an investor in Lucra, and all of my partners and I are just so excited about having Dylan back on the show, as well as all the progress that they've made it at Lucra over the last several years. So Dylan, welcome back to our show.
Thanks, Wayne. Really, thanks for having me again, and looking forward to catching up and talking about all the exciting things happening at Lucra.
Well, let's get right to it. I mean, my God, you have some really incredible news that you've released this week, and I want to share with the rest of the world who may not have heard yet what's up at Lucra.
Yes, absolutely. Well, look, we're super excited to share, and you may hopefully have seen in the news or on LinkedIn or in the press that Lucra has launched an exciting new vertical of our business. Just to take a step back, if you don't know Lucra, we're a peer-to-peer wagering platform that allows fans and friends to compete together for real money. So, hey, Wayne, $5, who's going to have more points, LeBron or Durant? Or, hey, Wayne, who's gonna win this game of darts? I'd hope that one would be me. But I think that what's cool about our system today is we have engaged fans in friendly competition for real money across the country in a variety of different activities. And what's cool about what we're doing now as we evolve is we're launching a way to embed our technology within pre-existing communities. There are so many communities, so many great brands and leagues and teams and in-person entertainment facilities and media companies that have built incredible user bases that are engaging in friendly competition. And they're yearning for an engine to add that real money engagement to it. And so today you can now buy Lucra's technology engine. We'll embed it directly into your platform, fully customized to you, to allow your fans to engage in friendly competition for real money. And we're kicking that off with an exciting partnership with our first partner, Major League Pickleball's rating system called DUPR, which allows you to kind of keep track of your pickleball status as you challenge your friends. So we'll be integrating directly into their app and partnering with the 50 million pickleballers around the US who are putting money on the line every weekend, day in and day out. So we're really excited about it.
Dylan, that's super exciting news, and I want to break this down a little bit. As you talk about 50 million users out there, players of pickleball, right, who use DUPR as the app to keep track of their scores, their ratings, their rankings, and now they're going to be able to have a friendly competition with their friends for money now.
Exactly. I think they really got some great learnings from golf, right? Because in golf you have the GIN app, the GIN handicap. A lot of people are familiar with that, and it's a great fairness tool to say, hey, Wayne, you're a 12 handicap and I'm a 6 handicap, so how many strokes should you give me? And DUPR has evolved that into the pickleball space, where each user has their own DUPR rating, and you can see, hey, is this a fair matchup, or how do we make the teams? And so what's really cool about this is that Lucra can then live within this application where people are already challenging their friends to matches, and just add an additional layer and say, hey, Wayne, let's put $10 on it. We also have a team up feature where, hey, Wayne, you and Chad could team up against me and Mike and play 2v2, right? We each put $10 on the line. And so what's really cool about, I think, this entire vertical for us is we can embed into the pre-existing user experience. Instead of teaching the user, hey, this is Lucra, here's how it works, download this new app that you don't know about, learn this new functionality, it's new colors, it's new designs. This is an app that they're using day in and day out. This is where they go for their pickleball, and we are just a new layer on top to allow for kind of that real money gamification that they're already doing offline. When we talk to fans and pickleballers, they're Venmoing each other, or they're exchanging cash, or they're playing for court time, which is a feature that we're going to be implementing. And that's already happening, right? And Lucra is really an exciting way for brands and leagues to digitize this offline, interaction.
Well, talk a little bit about that. I mean, you shared the idea that you could do this with pickleball, but this whole idea of the shift and the new opportunity that you're able to offer here with Lucra from a more of a B2B type offering. Talk about why you went in this direction, why pickleball, and then potentially what else.
Yeah. I think that we've learned a lot over the past couple of years. As you said, we've had a great year. We've seen tremendous growth, hundreds of percent growth in our core business, tens of millions of dollars, engaged on the platform, and, over 1 million unique contests played. So it was a great year for Lucra. But I think we saw that there's a bigger opportunity to partner with brands and teams and leagues and in-person entertainment businesses and media companies that have already built user bases, right? This is a competitive space. We can call a spade a spade. There's a lot of people working in sports. There's a lot of people excited about real money wagering. And Lucra's niche is that we have this awesome recreational and social and casual component. And there's tons of these partners out there that have been looking for that in their own platform and have already built customer bases. So it's like, hey, you kind of put the pieces of the puzzle together. They've got the customer base and the great marketing team and the brand. And we've got the technology and the legal infrastructure and the robust risk management and the payment facilitation. And we combine those things together, and it works quite quickly. And so that's why we're really excited about it. And why we've launched into it. It reduces customer acquisition for Lucra, it reduces the marketing budget for Lucra, and it increases our margins. We've, the SaaS business, it's not a surprise that SaaS has done so well over the past decade, and we're learning that now at Lucra, that it's a great opportunity for us to kind of expand our margin and our revenue profile. I think to your last question around where does this go, I've been alluding to it already, but I think there's a lot of different exciting verticals here. So the first one is leagues, right? Major League Pickleball and DUPR is a perfect example, but there are many other leagues that we're talking to, some actually that we're under LOI with now, to kind of enhance recreational wagering in their sport. I think there's a huge opportunity for some of these, smaller or growing leagues to own the real money engagement in their sport rather than outsourcing this to other providers or going through the licensed data providers. They can own this in their sport, especially on the recreational side. Number two is there's consumer companies, right? I mean, anytime you're engaging in fitness or video games or recreational sports, there's consumer companies around these. We're going to be sharing some really exciting updates with some of our partners soon. But when I'm on the golf course, there's a lot of ways for Lucra to interact with you, right? When I'm playing darts in the bar, there's a lot of ways for Lucra to interact with you. When I'm on the SoulCycle bike, there's a lot of ways for Lucra to interact with you, right? And so I think there's a lot of opportunities for us there. Number three is in-person entertainment. This is just such a growing space. At every corner, there's a new spot with food and drink and some sort of friendly competition, whether it's paddle or pickleball or your hoops or top golf. There are just so many opportunities for in-person entertainment to add real money gamification to this experience because it's happening offline. And lastly is media. I mean, there's a ton of exciting media companies either through YouTube or Instagram or TikTok that have big enough brands and big enough customer bases where they want to start owning that engagement themselves. And I think it's really cool that Lucra can plug and play into these different verticals at high margins, at high speeds, to really kind of change the game in terms of engagement for these businesses.
Dylan, you described this social wagering, the competition. So how would it work, right? You and I, as you said, look, if I bring Chad out there with me, he's a pretty good player, right? And we'll see how that goes with you and Mike. But,
right.
But just hit all the balls to me, maybe you'll win. But but anyway, so you see, this idea of how will it work? On the court.
So exactly. So let's say we show up to the court, the facility. First of all, through the DUPR app, you're going to be able to book your court time through these facilities, right? There's a huge opportunity. DUPR is going to own the whole space of pickleball, in my view. It's, book the court time, news and content, what's your rating, and then through Lucra, all this other stuff we'll talk about in a second. So maybe we've booked our court through the DUPR app, right? And we've kind of already facilitated that experience. We show up to the court and it's like, hey, Chad and Wayne, you guys are DUPR rating of 5 and we're DUPR rating of 4. So I think that's a pretty fair matchup. Maybe Mike and Chad balance each other out and you and I are kind of off in the corner. And I will challenge you to a match on the DUPR app. So I'll click the plus button. I'll kind of find you guys in the system and I'll create my contest. And that already exists within their app, right? So today I can already challenge other people so that it can update my rating after we play. And we're just layering on the piece that says, hey, $10 wager or $20 contest, or who wants to play for court time. It's a huge feature we're really excited about is we've already booked the court time through this app. The loser will just pay for it. And that's a great way to kind of break down the barriers for casual pickleballers that maybe aren't even ready to put the 20 or 30 bucks on the line, but they're very comfortable saying loser buys the court, right? As soon as you go for a kind of like a material item, it really breaks down barriers for a lot of users. So we go through that. Maybe we put $10 on the contest. We're going to split it. So it'll be $5 a person. We play our game and we just say who won. And all of a sudden our balances update on the platform. So I think it's great about this for a few reasons. One is it's existing in the existing user flow that users are familiar with. And two, once Mike and I have won, knock on wood, our balance is updated and it's sitting there within the app. I don't have to deposit again. I can use that balance for other things within the platform. I could book court time. I could do other things with it. And it's great for DUPR because we're getting more dollars into the system, right? We're getting dollars into their platform. It's a great way for them to monetize and engage. And it's a simple, UI, infrastructure for their fans.
So when is this going to be available for people?
Yeah, so we're really excited to have launched it this week, but it'll be available very soon this fall. So we're shooting for late September, early October to kind of do a large kickoff with the DUPR team and through pickleball across the country. And you'll see many new features come this fall. This is the tip of the iceberg, kind of the MVP proof of concept. But there's a ton coming that we're working on with the DUPR team to really make this an exciting and game changer for pickleball fans.
It's super exciting. I mean, you mentioned DUPR, and also I mentioned Steve, who's the CEO of Major League Pickleball. What's it been like working with them and this whole relationship that you've been able to build and to build this sort of almost the next generation of their game with them?
Yeah. So Steve, the founder, has been just such an asset and partner to us and really a mentor in terms of how he's guided us through this process. He has such a vision for how pickleball can just own, how Major League Pickleball can just own so many different verticals within the sport. I can't imagine. I mean, we're creating a new industry here with pickleball. It's crazy in the last 5 years. There's nothing to compare it to in terms of a sport that has taken off that fast, since like the NBA or the MLB. I mean, this could be one of the big four sports in the coming year. So I've been really inspired by Steve and his team and what they've done. And we've been working with Tito, DUPR CEO, day in and day out to really build something great here. And they've been great partners for us. So I'm thankful for what they're doing. It's a rocket ship that we are jumping onto. And we believe, wholeheartedly in MLP and DUPR really owning the space and Lucra being a part of that and owning the real money piece of it.
So, if other teams or leagues, that are out there today, what's the best way for them to reach out to you and to your team to get in touch with you to do more?
Absolutely. So we've got a ton of information to share. And I say, first off, is check out our website. So if you go to www.lucrasports.com, we have a whole case study on our deal with DUPR and MLP. So you can read more about that, as well as kind of some updates around, hey, what comes in the Lucra SDK? What are you getting? How can we help you? If you want to learn more from that, there's a contact us form there, or you can reach out to us at team, at lucrasports.com, and we'll get right back to you within the day. We put together custom prototypes, custom proposals, custom presentations. Like, this is a customized product. That is like the key thing to take away here is you're not going to see a bunch of Lucra branding in your app. This is your app. This is your website, iOS, Android, web app, whatever you need, we'll build it for you. We've got a fantastic technology team at our disposal to help make that happen.
Yeah, it was actually it was perfect lead in to my next question. I wanted to ask you about your team and how your CTO Ed Sykes doing, and just how you're building layer and toolkit, as well as risk management, right, for all the customers that you have on the B2B side.
100%. So I think when I look at our two biggest assets, our two core values, the first is our team, and the second is our risk management and compliance. So I'll talk about both quickly. First, on our team. So as you mentioned, Ed Syke, our CTO, is leading a great team with our VP of Engineering, David Feinberg, and our Director of Product, Jordan Haberkak, have really led the charge in terms of how we build great technology. We've got a fantastic head of mobile dev with Mike Schmidt, and just a team of just like really lethal engineers who are just attacking this thing head on. So we do iOS, we do Android, we do web, and we also take all of the backend work and infrastructure, off your plate as well. So just to clarify, we have two solutions we offer. We have an API only solution. So you can just buy the Lucra backend API. You can build your own UI. You've got an in-house design team or an in-house technology team. That's great. We can provide just our backend API to hook right into your app. And number two is we have a fantastic design team led by Landon February that will do the UI for you. If you want help kind of thinking through that and how the UI should look and feel in the UX and the graphic design, we'll also throw that in as part of the service as well. So we really have a full staff on board, and many other folks that I didn't have a chance to mention as well, who are just kind of building great technology. Then on the other side of the house, our focus from day one, as you know, from investing years ago, has been legal and compliance, right? So we are just top focus on our legal structure, our legal opinions, our regulatory framework, all of our compliance policies and procedures, and all of the payment facilitation. And by buying our SDK, that all comes with it, right? So we handle all the payments, all the geolocation, all the KYC, anything to do with fraud or money laundering, all that backend infrastructure, all the banking relationships, and most importantly, all the customer support. I'll tell you, as someone who's ran a direct-to-consumer business with many lovely customers, you hear a lot from them in our space. And Lucra has got a whole customer success team that is at our clients' disposal as part of this. So, you're getting great features, you're getting great technology, you're getting great risk management, you're getting robust compliance infrastructure, and we're delivering this in weeks or months, not years. And for, you don't have to spend $10 million to do it, right? And so it's a really cost efficient and speed effective way to get real money gamification in your product.
Well, Dylan, as we start to wrap up here on our 76 Capital Sports Leadership Show, and again, it's been amazing having you back on the show. Just really want to take your temperature and sort of see what you think about just the overall sports wagering industry, what's happening out there, the growth that we've seen since May of 2018 to where we are today, and just the excitement and to see the fan engagement and all the things that have now happened. And you're now taking it not only to just the fan, but you're taking it down all the way to the player who just wants to go out there and have a good time and play with their friends. And it's just really interesting to see the evolution that we've seen in just a short 5 years.
Yeah, it's really unbelievable. I think that, half my brain says, wow, we've come so far, right? It's unbelievable. There's so many more states that are online. There's so many innovative technologies. Obviously, Lucra is one of them. So are many of your other portfolio companies in this, in this space. Sports technology and wagering in general has just exploded, right? Every number is up across every single category, every single year. It's been really exciting to watch. But I think the other half of my brain is more excited in that I really believe we're in the second or third inning. We're no longer in the top of the first, but we're nowhere near halfway in terms of the innovation we're going to see here. And I have a small anecdote. I was at the Yankee game last weekend, and I'm one of those kind of weird guys who will just talk to everybody in my section about if they're betting on the game because it's customer research, right? I might as well talk to these people. So I'm kind of talking around the section, and I'm like, it's like in between innings. And I said, hey, just 2 seconds. Can just you raise your hand here if you have any money on this game, right? And I'm there with core avid sports fans. I would think it'd be 50 or 60%. And it was 3 people, right? And I was like, wow, 3 out of 40. I was like, wow, this is really the beginning, right? You're hearing about it in the media. It's growing. The numbers are big. But the casual fan is so much opportunity still, right? And I think that that's what really resonates with our customers and with our team is that's who we're going after. The players, the casual fans, the 90% of the market that probably hasn't put $1 on sports yet, even though the 10% have done so much. So I think we're really excited about what's happened, but we're more excited about what's coming. And I think Lucra is going to be right at the center of it.
Well, we certainly hope so here at 76 Capital. One last time, if someone wants to reach out to you and your team, what's the best way for someone to reach you?
Yeah, reach out to us at www.lucrasports.com through our contact form, or send us an email at team@lucrasports.com.
Well, Dylan, thank you so much for joining us on our 76 Capital Sports Leadership Show. You're welcome back whenever you want. And best of luck with everything that you're doing with the B2B direction that you're heading right now with Lucra and your partnership with Pickleball. This is really exciting.
Yeah, we're really excited about it. I just want to say a huge congrats to our team who's worked so hard to make this happen. It's been a really incredible effort. I'm really proud of all the work we've done. And I think this is just the beginning. So thanks, Wayne and Chad and the team for all your support. And thanks for having me back on. And looking forward to coming back to announce some more deals in the coming soon.
Absolutely. Well, best of luck.
Thanks, guys.